Hey everybody, it's Joe Greer here from Make Exchange, and I got here one of our programmable paper airplane launchers that you build yourself. We've decided to make a series of short videos to show you how we make it, how you put it together, how you launch it, and how you code it. So without further ado, let's get started.
Most of the launcher's parts are designed on a computer, allowing us to model and test each piece before it's built. Once we're happy with the design, we can begin cutting our parts using a special tool called a laser cutter. The laser cutter uses powerful lasers precisely controlled by robotics to reproduce the two-dimensional shapes we designed with our computer. Here we've made the wooden parts for the launcher's frame. The laser cutter can also be used for etching. This comes in handy for the text and artwork on our development plates. Now we're ready to cut the acrylic wheels for the launcher. First thing it does is cut a very small guide hole in the middle of the wheel and then the entire circle for each of the wheels. And it does this several times on one large piece of acrylic. We take the acrylic off, pick up the pieces, and move on to the next step. The laser cutter has accurately placed the guide holes in the center of each wheel. Now we use a drill press to ensure those holes are uniform and can fit firmly on the motor shaft. The electric DC motors inside are one of the most important parts because without it, well, we wouldn't have anything. They turn the wheels. This is what the DC motor looks like when we get it. But we've got to do a little bit of work to get it from this to this. The motor has two wires connected to it. A red wire is connected to the motor's positive lead and a black wire to its negative lead. At the other end of each wire, we have a special terminal called a DuPont connector. These connectors allow us to easily plug and unplug our wires into different devices or power sources. To get our motor set up, we're going to need motors, wires, some DuPont cable housing, DuPont cable terminal connectors, and then finally some solder to put it all together. First thing we do is measure out the right amount of wire and then we clip it. Next we need to do some stripping, and I use a special tool to make that happen. We put the wire inside, and then this tool lets you close and it takes off exactly the amount that you need. After stripping, we use a soldering iron to join the exposed wire to the motor's metal leads. Now let's take care of the other ends. This is what the DuPont connector looks like. But in order to get it on the wire, we're going to have to do some stripping. To attach the DuPont terminal to our wires, we'll crimp it twice. Our first crimp binds the terminal to the wire's metal strands. The second wraps the ends of the connector around the wire's plastic insulation, holding it firmly in place. We finish the job by sliding the black cable housing in place. That's the last of the parts we build in-house. To prepare for shipping, we neatly pack these and all other standard components into a box and apply our labels. From there, it gets shipped and delivered to a happy customer. Well, there you have it. That's how we manufacture all the parts for the launcher that we make right here in Chicago. Stay tuned because for our next video, we're going to show you how to assemble all of those so that you can have a launcher of your own. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, go check out our website at www.makeexchange.com. We've got more videos there and the launchers for sale as well. Thanks so much.